It is admittedly a bit of a slow news day, so I thought I would talk about a few of the smaller stories over the last few days that I may have missed pertaining to Xbox. Let's get into everything I've missed and maybe you missed also. Before I do, though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to know when I post. Spoilers, it's every day at 7 a.m. Pacific. All right, so getting into the story real quick, let's start with the one that sort of broke today on Twitter. I've been talking about all the games that are coming to Xbox Game Pass in 2021, or just games that are coming out on Xbox in the coming months, and one of those games is the Gunk. The Gunk has a 2021 release date, and today we found out that it is still confirmed for 2021. So this was revealed on Twitter, and basically Thunderful Games said more info is coming soon, and later confirmed that you sure will see them at Gamescom 2021. So if you've been wondering about the Gunk is a third-person action-adventure you've been waiting for. This is according to the website, of course. Lead a duo of outer space explorers that chance upon a dangerous planet plagued by a corrosive gunk. Explore, gather, craft, and survive. Now, by confirming that they're at Gamescom, they're also confirming that they're coming out in 2021, because Xbox confirmed that the things they're showing at Gamescom are coming out this year. So I'm actually really, really glad. Maybe the Gunk's not your cup of tea, but it's sort of like, on the PlayStation side, you have Kena Bridge of Spirits, great looking game. And on the Xbox side, you have the Gunk. And I realized that the name, like, for me, I'm more interested in Kena Bridge of Spirits, but that doesn't mean I think we should diminish the Gunk, because I don't know, it's just an interesting premise, and both of the games are fulfilling a demographic that both of the platforms need to be looking about. I remember when the 360 launched, for example, and I played a ton of what was it, Cameo. Remember? And Cameo was just sort of this interesting game. It wasn't really for adults. I think it was more for maybe teens or younger. And I feel like both of these games, both Kena and the Gunk, are going to be fulfilling a really nice vertical, or whatever you want to call it, for both of the platforms. So happy to hear that that one's coming in 2021. And I'm actually excited to see more at Gamescom, because I have seen the one asset that I have used multiple times, and I would love to see something new. Next up, so another sort of minor story. These are all Xbox stories mainly. The Xbox is getting a 4K dashboard. This was basically revealed on Xbox Newswire, and it's part of the Insider program, and I believe it's part of the Skip Ahead program. Basically, the Xbox dashboard will run in 4K. Here's what they said on the website. With today's update, Alpha Skip Ahead insiders on Xbox Series X consoles connected to a 4K display can begin flighting an increased resolution UI. This change means home, guide, and other areas of the UI will be displayed in a higher native resolution for increased sharpness and text readability. Now, I didn't really think much of it. I'm like, I think the dashboard already looks great on the Xbox. So I'm like, okay, great. You're going to add 4K resolution, whatever. That's I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. But the small aspect of text readability and sharpness, I think that is an important small thing to consider. But yeah, so very soon this will probably roll out to everybody, and you'll be able to optionally or just set your desktop to 4K. A nice little touch. I remember the OG Xbox One and how sluggish that desktop was. So I already like the desktop and how it looks. I'm totally fine with it running in 1080, but as long as the 4K resolution doesn't slow it down at all, I would rather have the snappiness than the resolution for getting to my games, which I do want to run in 4K. Finally, the big one, and this one was a little older, but Phil Spencer, he has a Stream Deck. He played one for basically a full day, and he's excited about it. Here's what he tweeted. He said, was at Valve Software this week talking with Scott, Eric, Gabe about Steam Deck. Steam Deck, Stream Deck. Stream Deck is what I use to switch. Steam Deck is the thing. I hope that's a code name, because it's a bit of a tongue twister for me. Anyway, he says, after having mine most of the week, I can say it's a really nice device. Games with me on the go, screen size, controls all great, playing Halo and Age feels good, xCloud works well. Congrats, SD team. So if you dive into this a little bit, he's confirming a few different things and very snappily on Twitter, by the way. Good job, Phil. He basically says that xCloud is going to run on the device, meaning that you're going to have access to the entire library on the go. And if you're the type of person that uses your Switch all the time in your house, or, you know, you're the type of person that wants to be able to just use this thing on the go, but on a Wi-Fi connection, it's going to be a great option. But separately, because he mentions playing Halo and Age feels good, and it seems like xCloud is a separate topic, note that Halo and Age are games that you could download and play right now. So to hear that it's working great on the Steam Deck and that he's able to play it, that is exciting. And I guess the final piece of the puzzle is that he's been messing around with the Steam Deck, something I haven't gotten my hands on yet. I would love to, but I would love to sooner rather than later. I think mine is slated for December. So that'll be a fun new toy in the Ligari household. And yeah, he likes the device, and the fact that it's going to be able to run Game Pass, run the xCloud service is truly interesting. I actually really like that. And as you may know, Phil Spencer recently talked about the fact that he would love Xbox and Xbox Game Pass to be on all devices and accessible to everybody. But it seems like Nintendo and PlayStation don't want that. Here's some of the quotes from an interview he recently had with Games Radar. He said, "You know, it's the right question because people usually ask me about releasing one individual game or another when discussing the possibility of bringing the Xbox gaming experience to other consoles. What I want to say is I want the full Xbox experience to be something that we deliver. We have no plans to bring it to any other kind of closed platforms right now, mainly because those closed platforms don't want something like Game Pass. There's a ton of open platforms out there for us to grow in, the web, PC, and mobile, so all of our focus, frankly, is on those platforms. In the end, when we say we want everybody to be able to play on Xbox, we really mean if we can bring that full experience to a device that players want, we are totally open to those discussions." And he finalizes the interview quote with, "Xbox Game Pass makes gaming more accessible across consoles and PC in India. We've seen members discovering and playing in the service. Members play 40% more games than before and 30% more genres. Developers have continued to see success with Xbox Game Pass 2, driving higher levels of engagement and new opportunities for our partners." That was actually from Microsoft to IGN India. So hearing that it's running on a Valve Steam Deck, that it's running well, that's great. That means you now have an easy portable solution to play Xbox stuff on the go. Anyway, those were the basic stories. I just thought I would sort of gloss over a few of them because there's been a few like little stories building up that I haven't really been talking about, and I was able to collect them all into one snappy little video. Hey, if you like these sort of videos, thank you so much for watching, first of all. Second of all, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when I post. It's every day, 7 a.m. Pacific, like I said at the beginning. But I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm largely on track to do that. So thank you for subscribing. If you want to become a member, what I do for members is I basically upload videos with no ads. So feel free to support at whatever level of membership you want, and I try to upload as many videos as I can without ads. Thank you to everybody who has become a member. I'm going to get out of here. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you for the next one. Bye, everybody.